Welcome to Project Pack No.09. My name is Rick.
Hi, I'm Maria, and this is my tile too, and today I am grateful for Rick. He has brought so much to my life, not just Zentangle, and it's just been such a wonderful, wonderful ride. And
Continues to be.
Continues to be, right. And here he is. With my light green pen, I am just putting down a beautiful squiggly line, and we're doing a tangle called Diva Dance. But you know, I couldn't just do plain Diva Dance. It's not my style. We've been doing plain Diva Dance for a while, so I thought, let's shake it up a bit. So I came up with a bunch of different things that we can add within the Diva Dance thing. And oftentimes we would just do like a thickening of the line and go from there. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun to add all kinds of shapes in there? So here you go. How's this?
So when I'm editing this, I'm like laughing out loud because, you know, it starts off like traditional diva dance, and I'm really expecting this, and then all of a sudden she does that, and I'm like cracking up in my office. It was so much fun.
It looks like a court jester hat or something, right?
Yeah, it's like, what? And then I can see, oh, this is going to be so much fun.
So I came up with about, I don't know, 6 or 7 different,
you got
or multiple. So I add these little accents of dark, and then you go in with a beautiful aura going around these beautiful shapes.
So if you look up Diva Dance, like you can, I think there's a step out on the app, and there's a couple newsletters you can search, and it's adjusting the shape of a line and then auraing right next to it. Well, this definitely adjusts the shape of the line. So, but again, in true Zentangle form, the whole principle is consistent here.
So I love really just going out there and making things that the auras have to go around, which is kind of fun. So these are sort of these
fescue-esque
lines. And so I'm a right-hander, so you can see when I put down that first initial squiggly line, I'm working to the right of the line so that I can see what I'm doing. If you were a left-hander, you would be going to the left of the line.
And to me, this is such a really great inspiration of what we had in mind with the whole Zentangle method, is to take these methods or these tangles, these step outs, and then as a suggestion or as an inspiration, like, okay, this is what we did with it. What are you going to do with it? And I love what you've done.
We have not been disappointed. There's just been so many beautiful renditions and new tangles, and it's just so exciting.
So, so when somebody says, "Oh, is this the right way to, whatever?" Well, I don't know. It's like that's
your way,
that's your decision. That's your choice. It's your imagination and where that takes you, and to trust that. That's the most important thing. Maria is fearless, or just this sense of confidence and trust in what she's doing, to follow it and see where it goes.
I've had a long life of taking chances, and most of the time they've really paid off. And
but even when they don't, in and of themselves,
you
it's
learn
like
something.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Like, okay, that edge of the knife is sharp.
Almost looks like bijou peeking over there, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does.
So each time I do a run through of adding a few things, and sometimes I even stop in the middle and add something. It's sort of a second thought,
And then also using that sense of filling in the nook. Oh, this is here.
Yeah, so this is just a little bit of an idea of a few things that we can add in here. So I love that little squiggy line. I don't have a name for it, but you feel free to name something for your own benefit. And we're going to add, it looks like an emoji.
No, it reminds me of your days in the Dairy Queen, actually.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I did have days in a Dairy Queen for a number of years. I could do 4 cones in one hand.
So see how she's filling in the nooks there. That's a very embedded letter
Right.
technique. And if you look up embedded lettering, you'll see that that's pretty sweet. And then to just go back and forth between whatever you add and then aura it, and then add some more, and then aura that. And the beauty of aura is that you just follow what's there. And you don't have to think about, oh, where this line should be. And then you realize with all these little playful, whimsical elements that Maria's adding in just random places on the line, it doesn't matter where they are. It just all fills in with this wonderfully organic layering. And it's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So here we'll just do some perfs, right?
Yeah. Conga line of perfs.
And we always point out, but you notice how they're just nestled right one up against the other, like the overlapping, like really stuffed in. Put them in different places. I love watching the way you do that because it's sort of, you can feel your thought process or whatever the process you're going through.
And these 05 pens are that much sturdier than a 01. And you can sometimes have a thin line, sometimes have a heavier line without damaging the pen. I found them to be very resilient. And ooh, put a little bijou in there. I suppose you could have put a real bijou in there. But added a little weighting.
Right. And another neat aspect of this tangle is that bits of light and dark, or line and solid, rather. A nice contrast.
So when you add these roundings, they just change the shape of the line into this another direction, and it just creates illusions of you know, that we must have did the line first and then the other, but it wouldn't work so well.
Right. And it also softens it from being like this, you know, abrupt angle into this very gentle shape. So you see, just to remind you, she's still doing everything to the right of that center line. So it's like when we teach, what's that, static.
Mm-hmm.
We always do it to one side and then switch to the other. Sort of like a mix, like a diva dance static with spice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this was fun. It's a fun project. Of course, I always have fun. But.
Yeah. A little
circus
pepper.
tent. Yeah, pepper.
So pepper is one of the few tangles I think that was named for the very thing that
That's right.
that it describes. It was
named for a peppermint. Those little
right.
the little round candies you get in the cellophane at a restaurant. that never really tasted so good to me, but I like the looks
They
of
look
them.
really good.
Okay, so we got that side done. Now I'm going to start doing some fun stuff here. Some muga.
So the elements that come out can be filled in, or in this case, not filled in.
And you might have some ideas on things to add to your diva dance that I hadn't thought of, so please bring it on. This is how we grow, is by everybody's contributions.
I think that's a really neat aspect of the whole Zentangle community, is particularly see on the app, somebody will come up with an incredibly wonderful idea, and then you watch that ripple through as other people interpret it in their way.
Oh, it looks like a game token, right?
Or one of my antennas.
One of your antennas, yes.
I do ham radio, so the backyard is often sprouting
full of these, yeah.
antennas. Yeah. Well, it's actually pretty cool because like those waves of resonance echoing off of it there. It's actually mesmerizing to watch this. We're sort of reminding ourselves, oh, we got to say something.
That's true. Like a whale tail.
Mm. A little bit of Knightsbridge. Again, nice mix of light and dark. And the other thing about, even though the lines none of them are really straight, there's still a sense of straight line or continuous line. So when you put those perfs in there, it's a nice counterpoint. So as you're doing this, like when I did the editing, there's a lot of times where Maria will pause and sort of like digest where she is. And we encourage you to do that. You look at your tile, maybe hold it at arm's length, turn it this way and that, and then you'll just get, called to this next next step.
So I'm taking this darker green. It looks like black, but it's actually the darker green, and adding some highlights here and there, or lowlights, I guess it would be, just here and there, just to give it some depth.
And doing it on just a few seems to be the key. Look at that.
So again, with the graphite pencil, I'm going in around the Samson here, and makes those leaves pop out nicely. Nice spring gesture. What we've had of it so far, it's been a lot of rain. So, I mean, there's so much going on here. If you wanted to accent different things, different lines that seem to kind of beg for some detail.
Just little hints here and there. I like that. All of a sudden it becomes a little less two-dimensional. And the magic tortillon. Really neat.
Mm.
Those darker accents really make that beautiful. Like that. So we thank you for playing with us, and we look forward to seeing what you create on the app, and we look forward to seeing you and everybody else tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
Okay?
See you later.
Bye now.